Hey there, I'm Lane, Princess0609. This is my first official haul video, and I'd firstly like to thank my inspiration for fashion, makeup, shoes, Blair, Juicy Star 07. So check out her haul videos. They're amazing, and that is honestly the reason I wanted to start.
Hi everyone, my name is Annie and I have a JCPenney haul. Quick haul showing you guys what I got.
Hey everyone, so I'm back with another haul from...
They're called haul videos, and YouTube is currently tracking close to 150,000 of them.
In a fusion of savvy shopping and cyberspace, these young shoppers are going viral. As haul videos, this technology trend is turning amateur bloggers into tween tycoons. It's the first thing every tween does. Right after getting home from the mall, show off her shopping spree.
I chose this one.
But now they aren't bragging about their fashion finds to their BFFs. They're showing off to the whole world. They're called haul videos.
The way in which haul videos reflect parasocial interaction and commodity fetishism. The way in which haul videos reflect capitalist interests. The way in which the amateur content of haul videos can be reappropriated by corporations for marketing purposes.
In glorifying the accumulation of material possessions, these girls are reinforcing the ideas of commodity self as well as commodity fetishism, the idea that your self-worth can be measured by what you own. Philosopher and member of the Frankfurt School of Thought, Theodor Adorno furthered Karl Marx's theory on the commodity fetishism. Adorno argues that during consumption, the masses become more characterized by the commodities which they use in exchange among themselves. Haulers, such as the famous YouTube star Blair Fowler, reinforce this idea by emphasizing how much beauty products, brand names, and clothing really represents who she is as an individual.
Now you guys know how close to my heart Juicy Couture is. I mean, come on, my username is JuicyStar07 and the Juicy comes from Juicy Couture. It has been my favorite brand for a really long time. I feel like since I was about like 12 years old and I saw my first Juicy item, I was like, that is the prettiest store I've ever seen. That is my new best friend.
Clothing, music, cosmetic products, and cars, among other things, are commodities that people use to construct their identities and project them outward to those around them. Such a tactic sells a kind of pseudo-individuality, which the Frankfurt School theorists define as a feature of the product of the culture industry, in which a false sense of individuality is sold simultaneously to many people. Stuart Ewan discusses American advertising as a power relationship that resulted from the emergence of mass production and industrial capitalism. He reinforces the idea of the commodity self, the idea that ourselves, indeed our subjectivities, are mediated and constructed in part through our consumption and the use of commodities. A capitalist economy is dependent on the overproduction of those goods, which requires the production of desire for those goods among consumers who may not truly need them. Advertising functions largely to create consumer relationships to brands and to establish brands as familiar, essential, and even lovable. With the haul video trend, it is now easier for advertising to create those relationships. Instead of having to hire actors to promote or advertise a certain product, companies now have the option of choosing people online who already show an interest in their product.
If you go to forever21.com, on the front page is Elle and I, and we are hosting a contest called Hall of Fame, H-A-U-L of Fame. How cute is that? So you can go enter that if you want to.
Adorno uses the example of American popular music and how the success of one popular song results in hundreds, if not thousands, of similar imitations. This idea can be related to the haul videos, because the success of one hauler such as Blair Fowler, who is currently one of the most successful teenage haulers on YouTube, can in fact encourage other beauty product lovers and fashion lovers to create their own YouTube account and make their own haul videos.
What's interesting about Blair Fowler in relation to media theory is that she engages in parasocial interaction and thus functions as a persona in her interactions with her audience. The concepts of persona and parasocial interaction are credited to media theorists R. Richard Wall and Donald Horton in their 1956 paper, Mass Communication and Parasocial Interaction. They define parasocial interaction as the apparent familiarity between the media personality and his or her audience. This illusion of intimacy is especially important when considering haul videos because of the nature of the sharing. A teenage girl has long been able to go to the store, buy some clothes, bring them home and talk to her friends. But it's only with the advent of uploading sites like YouTube that a girl's friends can include thousands of people that she's never met. A great example of this is Blair's birthday video.
You guys know that I really wanted to have a party with you, and I wasn't able to do that, so I thought that this would be our little, opening presents section of the party.
Blair's birthday party video illustrates the way in which the persona is a crucial element of parasocial interaction. A persona is defined as the personality or performer that engages in intimate parasocial interaction with an audience via media. The main goal of a persona is to embody a consistent set of characteristics with which the audience can relate. In Blair's videos, her consistent set of characteristics is that she's impeccably groomed, perfectly dressed, enthusiastic, and cheerful. Although not all haul girls are so polished, they share a self-presentation in which they engage their audience as if they are friends, as if they're someone with an opinion that matters.
Because these girls are essentially creating free commercials to attract a massive audience of a lucrative demographic. It's no surprise that marketing experts from various companies like Forever 21 and American Eagle have begun giving money to popular haulers to shop at their stores, with the stipulation that these girls will then make haul videos of their experience. This marketing scheme relies mainly on the perceived authenticity of the genre. It's one thing to have a so-called real girl on a TV ad claiming to love a product, but it's quite another to see a girl talking about a product in a grainy video she uploaded to YouTube herself. An explanation for why girls seem more believable on YouTube than they do in more traditional media is offered by recent research into teenage girls' online activities. Researchers at the Berkman Center for Internet and Society at Harvard Law School have recently suggested that girls' online practices tend to be about their desire to express themselves, particularly their originality. John Palfrey, the executive director of the Berkman Center, offers additionally that online practices of self-expression tie into identity expression in the real world. With this in mind, it is understandable that the majority of viewers interpret haul videos as honest self-expression, not as amateur commercials. The idea of the spectacle, as proposed by Marxist theorist Guy Debord in his book The Society of the Spectacle, claims that all real activity has been forcibly channeled into the global construction of the spectacle. Through media channels like YouTube haulers, a spectacle is made of their everyday spending habits and their shopping sprees, and the audience are eager to watch each spectacle. Debord claims that this global construction of spectacle represents the promise of an earthbound paradise, accessible through continual consumption of commodities. For haulers, this paradise seems to be the betterment of self. These girls buy these products in the hopes that they will improve themselves through continual consumption.
Our claim that haul videos reflect the hegemonic thought processes of teenage girls in relation to their work in supporting the system of capitalism can be partially refuted through several critical perspectives. Stuart Hall's theory of encoding-decoding messages is especially relevant to haul videos in reference to his theory of oppositional decoding. In fact, the growing number of haul video parodies indicates that there are a number of people who reject the dominant code of consumerism which defines the haul video genre. In his book, The Empire of Mind, Dr. Strangelove claims that it might be the ultimate irony of globalization that it inadvertently created an uncontrollable public sphere. Although haulers use this uncontrollable public sphere to further capitalist aims. They are learning how to use their voice, something which they may use later to refute capitalist ideology. Although oppositional decoding and the uncontrollable public sphere are valid criticisms of our main argument, it stands that Hall videos remain an amateur genre which can be reappropriated by marketers in their marketing ploys because of the nature of parasocial interaction and commodity fetishism which currently dominate the genre.